Like a boogie king with the sack of Big Macs, we're throwing down with the rockables on time. In your mind, see.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. And tonight, you'll see the Golden State Warriors. They'll go up against the Denver Nuggets. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Saturday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3 slot. And for Golden State, backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. And it's Moody in at the small forward position. We got minutes, we have rotations. These elements, Greg, are very much in the works at this time of the season.
And I tell you, a hot streak from a role player might earn them a starting spot. And further success can really shake things up. Giving everyone a fair chance is key.
Now Brown. Gordon finds Murray. Here's Jokic. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Well, this is the touch Jokic possesses. He can attack successfully from anywhere.
Here's Curry. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Let's keep it going for your Warriors dancers.
And here are the Warriors now. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Guys, one of the more lengthy free agency sagas revolved around Jonathan Kuminga, and many thought his time was up in Golden State. He saw fewer and fewer minutes down the stretch of last season and into their playoff run, but when Kuminga tested free agency, tested potential sign and trade deals, nobody seemed to be the exact right fit, so eventually he took the Warriors' offer. Guys, we'll see just how long this lasts, but for now, he'll continue to be in that Golden State uniform.
We'll continue to track that story. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report. Murray, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Up top, Curry. shoots the three. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Outside Gordon. Murray outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And he makes that one. Curry's got 7 points. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Outside Gordon. Jokic against Green. Murray outside. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 6.
Yeah, and this is an area over his career where Jamal Murray has really improved that three-point shooting.
Now here's Butler. And the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Brown. Denver passing it around. Curry against Murray. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Jokic outside. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
And that time, Jokic having the play created for him. And he obliges with the bucket.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. On the floor. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. The Nuggets #1. The Warriors 4th.
Both teams really good at passing the basketball. You look at the numbers from a season ago, very unselfish.
And Milton's got the ball here for the Warriors. They trail by 3. Here's Jackson Davis.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Strong finish by Valanciunas. He likes exerting his will close to the rim.
Milton finds Jackson Davis. Now, here's Milton. Defense is right there.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And here's Johnson outside. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Los Angeles Lakers. Jackson Davis with it. Brown's there. Craig kicks to Hield. Just 5 to shoot from past the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And never shying away from a 3. Hield has supreme confidence in his shot.
He got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Warriors lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh, and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Cameron Johnson is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Murray. Then there's Brown. And it's Valanciunas in at the center position. Warriors leading by 4. Hield outside. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Murray. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Murray's got 8 points.
Well, Murray can create space off the dribble, and he doesn't hesitate with that pull-up.
And you assemble an all-swagger team. Jamal Murray, Stan, is on that roster.
Well, you're right, Kevin. And look, where players really gain their confidence, their swagger, if you will, in this league is when you play your best on the biggest stages in the playoffs. Jamal Murray has certainly done that. He has earned his swagger.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, the Warriors at last season's trade deadline swinging the deal for Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry said him signing an extension is big. He's committed for this run. It creates expectations, which I love. We all thrive off of that energy and that kind of environment. We are up for the challenge. Back over to you guys.
They're clearly all in. Allie, we thank you very much. Checked in for Seth Curry. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Brown outside. Jokic sets the screen for Brown. The Nuggets with another miss. Warriors leading by 6. Well, their pass it to Curry. From the arc. Wow! Curry automatic from deep.
I mean, what can we say about Steph's jumper that hadn't already been said?
And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch.
Now, here's Curry, following the miss by Jamal Murray. Curry with the bucket.
You know what? They've been on a nice run here, have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Johnson can't hit.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
It's Curry outside, and another three for Golden State.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Moses Moody comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Buddy Hield. The Nuggets also changing it up. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Johnson. Peyton Watson comes in for Murray. And Christian Brown subbed in for Brown. Gordon against Kuminga. Hardaway kicks to Jokic. Outside Gordon. 5 to shoot. And another miss by Denver.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Now here's Curry. And another three for Golden State.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Brown's shot is off.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Here's Curry with the three. Denver grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Lets it go with the three. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
They need this. Pass to Watson. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Podziemski finds Kuminga. Over Gordon. And so it's the Golden State Warriors taking a 19-point lead into the break. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule. What do you guys think? Looks like an action-packed group of games here.
Well, it's a very competitive league right now. I mean, no more easy nights like Shaq and I had back in our day.
Oh, yeah, some of those teams were S-O-F-T, soft, but I'm not naming names. You know who you are.
Oh, very noble of you, Dr. O'Neill. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for Golden State.
They're playing with fantastic discipline. Very few forced shots. They're moving the ball, creating a ton of good looks.
Yeah, I'd call it a clinic. This is how you run an offense.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. And it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 9 points for Jokic.
Great look for Jokic. Listen, we know he can hit the outside shot, but going to Nikola inside is a winning play.
Murray finds Butler. Outside Curry. From downtown, score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And never brag an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with them. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. Number 5, the Nuggets.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Curry against Murray. And there's the drive, and it's Murray with the jam.
Guards like Murray, they are so good when they're attacking the rim.
And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring, has given them another look offensively.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Jimmy Butler, quite the pairing with Steph Curry, and Steph said he's like the exact opposite player of me. He's dominating the paint. I'm dominating the perimeter. Butler said, I don't think I could be a better complement to him and vice versa. They're not leaving him ever. I'm playing in so much space. Back over to you, Kevin.
A terrific fit. Thank you, Allie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the three-point shot. Butler's got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Pass to Watson. Murray outside. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, when Murray gets going, he's so tough to stop. Jamal is one of the most explosive guards in the league.
Green finds Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Now Podziemski. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Podziemski's got his first 2 points.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And Curry, here we go. Lays it up off the glass.
He's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Pass to Jokic. In the corner, it's Brown. Murray outside. Count the basket. Murray's got 14 points for the game.
Yeah, we've seen this before. When Murray gets it going, he gets it all going. He can score from anywhere.
Well, the Nuggets bet on the development of young Christian Brown, and Stan, he has rewarded their faith. He has developed so nicely.
Kevin, he certainly has. Probably has even exceeded what their expectations were for him. But he's a guy that is such a hard worker. He's smart, he's tough, and he's all about winning.
Here's Murray. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. No basket. That's his 5th miss in 11 attempts from the floor. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Yeah, and Butler pretty scary when he gets out in transition.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Murray outside. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Watson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He's cashed in 9 times from beyond the arc this game. Who knows how many threes he'll wind up with? We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Brown out there with Murray. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Johnson in at the 4. Healed outside. Over Hardaway. The offensive rebound. Right wing. Here's Santos. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Brown outside. Pass to Johnson. Murray against Teal. Brown outside. Cans it from downtown. Brown's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, when Murray is passing the ball to his teammates, they are at their best.
Here's Santos. And the Warriors, another 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson Davis, and he can't bank that one in. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
I like the dish from Hardaway Jr., proving once again he's a team-first player.
Lets the three fly, and the Warriors another 3.
A late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Oh, excellent preparation from Hardaway Jr., primed to attack.
Takes the 3, traps in the tray. Santos has got 11 in the second half.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Murray with the bounce pass. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. Valanciunas, and staying with the play, Valanciunas.
And Valanciunas takes up a lot of real estate, which helps him snag offensive rebounds.
Fires the 3. Not going to go that time. Denver's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Murray outside. And teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had 2 guys who shot the ball well from 3 and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the 3. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the 3, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Stephen Curry.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game. Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Here's Santos, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Jimmy, congrats on the win. What did it take to get it done tonight?
A lot of heart. My teammates fought hard throughout the whole game, and everybody had a tough matchup. They manned up, and at the end of the day, we did what we were supposed to do.
Congrats on the win.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.